Hey, what's good everybody? It's CJ Beats. We're back at it again today. Today I was going to show you guys how I create trap hi-hats, dancing hi-hats, whatever you want to call it, in my beats. To get started, I already came up with a trap melody here. I'm going to let you hear. And that's basically the analog fizz lead. That's a stock sound from Logic Pro X, so that's nice to use. And I already created a kick and a snare as well, so I'm going to let you hear the whole thing together. Okay, now the next thing we're going to go ahead and do is create a new software instrument. Let's bring in the ultra beat in stereo mode, and work with the drag and drop samples kit here. That's basically an empty kit that you can import your own sounds into. And let's go ahead and select the hi-hat and import it into sample 1, for example. Alright, now let's make sure it plays. I have a MIDI keyboard attached to this MacBook. Alright, that's nice. Now let's go ahead and close out of this. Close out of that. And what I'm going to do is let the beat play, record the hi-hat, and just tap the hi-hat with the beat, like so. Okay, double click your new MIDI region, select the area by just clicking on it, hit Command A on the keyboard, and then hit the Q button or the Q key on your keyboard, and that will quantize your selection. Let's make sure that it's not, let's make sure it's no longer selected, so just click on the area until these MIDI notes are no longer highlighted. And what we're going to do is check out where our snares drop. So let's let the thing play. I'm just going to go ahead and bring this down to 2 bars here. So it's basically between the first and second right in the middle, and between the second and third right in the middle. This is where the snare drops, right here and right here. Let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit so that we could see. Okay, like so. I'm going to go ahead and take this MIDI note right here. This is right before the snare drops right here. I'm going to expand it all the way, bring it all the way back to about halfway. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and hit Command C on my keyboard and then Command V, and I'm basically just pasting that over. Now we have some swing in there. Let's go ahead and see what it sounds like. Okay, so I already heard what I was going to do for the second part here, and that's by adding like a triplet sound, and I'm just going to do it with my mouth for now to show you. It's always good to first hear what you're going to do and then try applying it to your beat. So over here I heard a triplet. Now the triplet, it's pretty simple. First and foremost, again, make sure none of these are highlighted, so just click on the area so that they become unselected. I'm going to go ahead and change this over to 1/8 triplet, and what we'll do is make sure we have our pencil tool selected. Hit Command on your keyboard. You can see the icon changed here from a cursor to a pencil. I'm going to put one right there, select those two, and then hit Q on the keyboard. Oh, that's one. Let's do one more here, right there. Select these 4, for example, and then hit Q on your keyboard. Now that has been changed over to a 1/8 triplet, and let's see what it sounds like. That's nice. All right, cool. So we can go ahead and have some variation. I'm just going to make this nice and short. So we're just going to go ahead and paste this part over again. So now it's been duplicated. That's great. Now, if you want to make it a little more interesting, what I like doing is using open hi-hats. And that's sort of a, yeah, I mean, the best way I could describe it is psst, like that. So let's go ahead and duplicate our drag and drop samples. I'm just selecting it and then hitting Command D on my keyboard. It's really important that you start using hotkeys when you're making beats because you want to keep your creative process flowing as best as possible. So having these little tools like Command C and V, Command D to duplicate, Command A to select all, Q to quantize, those are some really great things to know when you're creating beats using a MacBook because, again, you don't want to take too much time doing it because you could literally lose your inspiration, you know. So working as flawlessly as possible and as fast as possible will help you in staying creative and going with that inspiration. You know what I mean? Anyway, that was off topic. I tend to do that a lot. But anyway, let's go ahead and find an open hi-hat. Now I'm going to go just to my drum kit selections here and type in open. And we have a ton of open hi-hats. I got a T- open hi-hat, which I like using. Okay, that's kind of nice. So we're going to go ahead and bring this up. Let's go ahead and select sample 2. I'm going to go ahead and import this T- open hat 3 that I have. And see what it sounds like. It's too loud. Let's bring the volume down a bit. Okay, that's nice. And it actually stops playing when I release the key on my keyboard. So you can actually make it as long as you want. So I'm going to go ahead and play the beat and play these open hi-hats over it and then see what it sounds like. I'm not going to record anything. It's just for monitoring purposes. Okay. I mean, it's not really the type of open hi-hat I would like to use with the combination of sounds that I've used so far, but it's just for you to get an idea of how to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and record it now. So Command R, another nice hotkey to know is Command R to start recording. And I always make sure that my my countdown and my metronome are on while I'm recording, just so that I can stay within the beat as best as possible. All right, let's go ahead and record it. Great. All right, let's go ahead and exit out of here and double click. Select your region, hit Command A, and what's the next button? Q to quantize. That's right. All right, so as you can see here, they've been quantized now in triplet. I don't want that. I want them in eighth notes, like so. All right. All right, just to recap what we did here, we're just going back to our hi-hats, and we selected triplets. As you know, that will give you that stuttering effect. These right here, for example. And then we've used over here 1/16 or 1/32, I can't remember, either one of these for this variation in the hi-hat. My name's CJ Beats. I'm out for now. Remember to like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And again, if you have any questions, concerns, whatever it might be, put them in the comments section. See you in the next video. Peace.